Well, hello from Budapest and welcome to yet another delicious food video. Today we're going to be trying Hungarian food, and if there's one dish you can't miss, it's goulash. So we have ordered one goulash, but we've also ordered a beef stew to go along with that because apparently the goulash is more soupy. So we're going to be comparing those two dishes. The red wine is already here, so cheers, and let's wait for the food to arrive.
Okay, so we're starting off with a dry red. This is called a Villány Kuvi. And apologies in advance for butchering Hungarian names. We have literally never heard these being said, so we're just kind of trying to say them as best we possibly can.
Yeah, and there's another really famous red wine that's called Egri Bikaver from Egri. So that's another one that we really enjoy.
Yeah, Egri is just like a 2-hour day trip away from Budapest. And we're thinking of going there soon, so yeah, that could be a really cool day trip.
Yeah, so let's try that wine.
Oh man, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Nothing like a nice dry red. This is really flavorful and it's strong, but you don't taste the alcohol too much, so it's a really good quality wine. It's a bit fruity as well, so I love it. This is gonna go really nice with the meat.
Yes.
And look over here, look who else ordered some wine.
I did, I know, how rare, what a rare occasion.
This would not have happened just a few weeks ago, I think.
You know what, I think our 2 weeks in South Africa kind of turned me into a wine drinker.
Especially red.
I've been drinking wine, I think every single day since we've arrived in Europe. I drank in Germany and in Hungary, and I'm actually enjoying it.
We've been enjoying a glass at home in the evening. So. What do you think of this one?
I like that it's a full glass. Like, that's pretty rare. I know it's a small glass, but it's full.
It's full, so you've got enough. So that didn't take long, the food's already here.
The food is here. This is what we came for, the goulash, and look at the size of this bowl.
Yeah, we did order
amazing. The large bowl.
Big, hearty portions.
Yeah, okay, so apparently the word goulash, it used to mean herdsman, so this is a dish that used to be prepared by the herdsman, and now it's kind of like the national dish. You find goulash at almost every single restaurant. Yeah. So let's dig right in. This looks amazing.
Looks so good. Why don't you give it a nice stir for us?
Look at that. So we have potatoes, meat, we have carrots.
Those are big hunks of meat.
We have parsley.
Yeah.
Oh my. And paprika. Of course. There's always paprika. So let's just try this. I hope I don't burn myself.
So what do you think?
Oh my gosh. It's so tender.
So tender. The meat
is so tender. This is good.
Going in for a second bite. Quality control.
This is amazing.
Is it?
I'm loving it.
So
I'm seriously loving it.
Is it spicy at all or not really? Mostly just savory?
It's not spicy at all. It's just like a nice soup that you'd want to eat on a winter's day.
Stirring that for us. That's wonderful.
Look at it.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And you know, I've had goulash in other countries, and obviously it varies. But the goulash I've had before in the past was always really thick. It was almost like a stew or like meat with like a thick sauce. So this is my first time having goulash as a soup, and I quite like it. I can get used to this. Sam is salivating over here at the sight of goulash.
At the sight of the goulash. And so I should also point out they brought us a nice bread basket.
Yeah.
And we've been eating at a few different restaurants here in Budapest already, and we noticed that in these kind of like rustic type of old-fashioned restaurants that they always bring you a nice generous bread basket. Yes. So that's super cool.
And our waiter said you can eat the bread with the goulash, or the goulash with the bread. You can dip it.
I'm gonna try one bite.
Okay.
Just on its own, and then I'm gonna try it with the bread. So. Oh man.
Another one.
I know. This is so good, but like you said, I think if we were eating this like on a cold winter's day, I'd probably appreciate it like at least 5 times more than I do right now. But it's still really good. You're right, the meat's really tender. But the other thing I like about the meat too, aside from being tender, is that it's also quite fatty. So you're tasting that fat as you're biting into it. It's just like, oh man, it's really nice. All right.
And now, time to sop it up.
Slop it up with some bread.
Do as the locals do.
Ripping off a piece, just gonna dunk it in like that.
Ooh. How's
It's
that?
really nice because you're just, you're sopping up the broth and just gives it, it's really good. It's always better to have a piece with some bread than it is with a spoon, right? So I like it. And what's next?
Okay, so we ordered a little appetizer. I believe this is called Lángos, and it's basically a potato scone with garlic. So I'm just gonna bite right in.
Hungarian potato scone pancakes.
Oh wow.
Is it good?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah?
That is good.
Is it crispy?
It's almost, yeah, it's crispy on the outside, and inside it's almost like a mashed potato, like a thick mashed potato.
Yeah.
That's kind of gummy, like it's not breaking apart.
You know what? At first glance, it kind of looks like a Korean gamjajang pancake, like a Korean style fried potato pancake.
Oh man, I love my carbs. Like I love potatoes and pasta and bread and cakes.
We've got our wine too.
This is great. This is great with meat, so I'm glad we ordered it. I want to try it with the stew afterwards. So good.
All right, my turn to try it. And it also reminds me a little bit of a mini frisbee. Imagine if we
Flying food.
Imagine if we threw this to Togo. You think you could eat it in one bite?
My dog would devour that.
The German Shepherd. Yeah, I'm gonna devour that.
Sam's having a moment of happiness over there.
That is wonderful.
Culinary delight.
It's so crispy and also greasy on the outside, and then just like you said, just like that mashed potato type of consistency in the middle. That's really good, and you're right. That would be absolutely amazing to dip into any kind of a curry or a thick
like a stew or a thick sauce.
Oh man, that's so good. I could just only imagine this with gravy poured on top of it.
So it is now time for Sam to dig into his main.
So this is actually the main that we ordered. This is the most expensive thing that we've ordered. So this is basically more like a beef stew. This has like looks like to have a thick, hearty type of sauce gravy on top of it, and then over here, this appears to be potatoes with parsley and other ingredients.
And cucumbers.
Yes, and cucumbers.
Not cucumbers, pickles. Oh my god.
Yeah, over there. Pickles.
You'd hope I know the difference between the two.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna make sure to get a piece of meat and potato in the same bite. That is my goal. That is my goal. Here we go. Nice big bite. Oh my gosh. Let me chew that.
Savor it slowly.
That is wonderful. The gravy sauce on top just absolutely makes it. And much like the beef in goulash in the soup, this is really tender but also kind of a fatty meat. And then you combine it with the richness of the potato, and that is just a wonderful meal. Again, super hearty food. We're eating this in summer, which is going to make us feel really stuffed, but having this on a cold winter's day would just be like the ultimate. Combining it with the goulash and this, with these hearty potatoes too, and wine, this is going to keep you warm in the winter.
Best meal ever.
Best meal ever.
I was feeling so confident that we were going to be able to finish everything, but we've hardly put a dent in it. It's so filling.
Well,
so good.
I think I'm hungry enough. I haven't had much to eat today, I have to say. I may be up for the challenge. Isn't that wonderful, that gravy, that sauce?
Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were wine in the sauce.
Yeah.
It's really good.
And what do you think of the potatoes?
Everything just melts in your mouth. Everything. And these have like a nice olive oil glaze.
Yeah.
With parsley, it's just so good.
My gosh. We certainly picked a good meal today. Thumbs up. Let's see it. Let's see the one more thumbs up. Thumbs up and approval.
Well, dessert is here. We somehow managed to finish everything. Actually, Sam finished all the stew, and then he had to help me with the goulash, with the soup. And we cleared the plates.
We did clear the plates.
Cleared the plates.
And this is a classic case of our eyes being bigger than our stomachs. But yeah.
So we are having something, I believe it is called Somlo. It could be pronounced differently, that's how it's written. But it's basically a sponge cake with whipped cream and ice cream, and it has chocolate drizzled over top, and rum,
Kind of looks like
and walnuts.
Oh wow. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
This is almost like tiramisu on steroids without the coffee.
Tiramisu on
Like
steroids.
rum.
You heard it first here.
So good.
So good. Third bite. With no consideration for her husband. Third bite. So when someone is described as dessert as tiramisu on steroids, there's just nothing I can say to top that.
Yeah.
So I think
Minus
I'm just
the
gonna
coffee.
be. I think I'm just gonna be silent while I eat this.
We'll read your facial expressions.
Wow. This has just been an amazing meal.
It has.
Like, I was expecting, because we did research about this place, I was expecting it to be a really good meal, but this has really exceeded my expectations. This has just been amazing. Everything has been so good. It's gonna be sad once this is all done. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. So it is time for price point. It's a little bit sad because that meal is just so good. One of those things where you don't ever want to end.
We'll be coming back.
We absolutely will be coming back. I actually think we'll probably do another food video here. The food was just that good. I think we'll come back again. But anyways, in terms of price point, it was 6,020 foreign, which is 20 euros. And that was excellent value because this is what we got. We had 2 soda waters, 2 glasses of wine, 2 mains, an appetizer to share, and a dessert to share. So for 10 euros a person, you can't go wrong. And what I really liked about this restaurant was that the focus was on the food, not on the decor. It kind of had that like bodegón type of feel that you find in Argentina, where it's kind of rustic inside.
Very traditional and kind of like family round.
Yeah, just kind of simple tables with just a simple tablecloth over top and things like that. It just made it for a really cool meal. And yeah, absolutely highly recommend this place. It locally is called Kék Rózsa, but in English you call it Blue Rose Restaurant.
The Blue Rose.
And man, this was a find. We will definitely be back. And yeah, if you are in Budapest, Hungary, and you're looking for a good place to have traditional Hungarian food, highly recommend this spot. This was wonderful.